I want to start you off with a definition. Konstnar, the Swedish term for an artist, a person who creates works of art in the usual sense, like, for example, a painter or sculptor. Caroline Konstnar is a young YouTube creator who managed to piss off a ginormous portion of the internet with a name that I'm still not even 100% sure I'm pronouncing correctly, but at least all the consonants are there, okay? If you're not familiar with Caroline, then this video is going to play out in a wild roller coaster of emotions. While she does have some Swedish heritage from her mama, she was born in Florida and grew up there and in New Jersey. She started posting to YouTube when she was only like 15 and had been posting some videos to Instagram even before that. Now, the first video on her current YouTube channel was posted on March 30th, 2019, and she started growing a following rather quickly, doing comedy songs and skits with a dry, sarcastic sense of humor that is also intentionally edgy. Okay, we got one of them edgy word, right? Edgy.
Hi, you've reached the Catholic Church.
Hi, Father?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's me.
Caroline. Okay. I think I've been possessed by a demon.
Oh my god.
Wait, don't you have a history of psychiatric problems?
I don't see how that's...
That's relevant.
No.
Not relevant at all.
Now, I will say that unlike the Jack Dohertys of the internet, she was creating content deeper than simply being an absolute menace and had far more talent than, you know, flipping a pen or being an annoying little for clout, allegedly. If you don't know who Jack Doherty is, congratulations. And I dare you to watch my video about him. You're welcome, and I'm sorry.
Yo, what's up? What's up? What you gonna do? What you gonna do, little bro? What you gonna do? Uh-oh, he's mad. Uh-oh. What you gonna do, little bro?
But for Caroline, what started as a, you know, playful, edgy comedy only fueled her following each time she pushed the boundaries, and when she faked a pregnancy, and worse, she was about to discover just how far was too far. But first, oh hi, hello, it's Swoop, and welcome to the dark waters of the Suspool, the place where everything and everyone is sus. Or is it us? Come on in, the water's fine. Welcome back, Suspirians. I hope you have come prepared for the most unhinged story that I could possibly dig up. I'm kidding, of course. I didn't dig this up. It was smothering me in the face, and I couldn't go anywhere without being asked, did you hear about that girl who faked a pregnancy for clout? Did you hear about it? If you're new here, welcome to my second channel. On my main channel, Swoop, I do full-length deep dives, and over here, we don't. We don't go deep, we dip. Okay, we skinny dip. Sometimes it's just a toe, sometimes we dip up to our hip. Just depends on my mood that day. So welcome to the chaos. If you're into mind-bending, dark, and twisted tales, subscribe to this channel, bring a towel, tell your friends, and go ahead and tickle the like button, okay? She likes it right behind the gullet. Also, you can be sure to grab your very own pieces from the first ever Suspool collection, available right now. Linked below. It is there. And I just want to say again, as always, thank you for supporting me as a small business, as a small woman-owned business. It really means a lot. Okay, we're going to skinny dip into this story, but real quick, how's your holiday shopping going? I don't know about you, but there are people on my list that I don't have a clue what to get them, and we're like down to the wire, okay? The clock is ticking. And what if you want a little something to treat yourself? We know with Raycon, you get amazing deals on premium audio every day of the year, but honey, Raycon is doing it big for the holidays, giving all of you lovely Suspirians up to 30% off site-wide. So huge thank you to Raycon for sponsoring this video. They've been a huge supporter of our community, and all of you for checking them out for Cyber Monday, which is a great way to support this channel and get something amazing. So if y'all been with me for a minute, you already know how much I love my Raycon everyday earbuds. I have been wearing them for years, but their latest model, okay, don't play with me, honey. Don't play with me. First of all, can we talk about the colors? I am obsessed with the blush violet color, okay, obviously. They now feature a massive 32-hour battery life and active noise cancellation. It is so impressive. I just pop my everyday earbuds in and the world around me just goes hush, honey. And they have multi-point connectivity that lets you pair with 2 devices at the same time. And the best part, Raycon starts at just half the price of the other guys, but when you add up to 30% off site-wide, it is a no-brainer. I wear my Raycons everywhere all the time, working out, running errands, I'm taking calls, cleaning the house, hanging out with the cats. They are hands down the most comfortable earbuds that I have ever worn. I can wear these for hours and not even notice them in my ears, and they never fall out. And on top of that, they have a new quick charge function where you can get 90 minutes of battery after only 10 minutes of charge. Who's doing this? They're doing this. I love that for us. They come with a matching capsule case, and I love these protective little case covers. Like, they're just so cute to me. And even better, the covers support wireless charging. They did it all. They did it all. If you want the most incredible noise canceling earbuds with the best sound and battery life at an incredibly affordable price, it's time to save big for Cyber Monday. Go to buyraycon.com/swoop2 today. That's swoop TOO to get up to 30% off site-wide. That's right, you'll get up to 30% off everything on Raycon's website when you go to buyraycon.com/swoop2 TOO and treat yourself, honey. You deserve it. Okay, let's dip in to the Suspool. So, here we have Caroline chugging along, creating her comedy sketches and music videos and doing quite well for herself. And still to this day, she has around 1 million subscribers. So gee, what does that feel like? Okay, that must be nice. I'm just kidding. She also joined a podcast called Best Friends Today, but there's no time to get into all of that because that's not why we're here. Nobody cares. No, today we're going to talk about the last video that is still uploaded to her YouTube channel called I Have an Announcement. We love when people have an announcement. Yep, the rumors are true. I am knocked up big time. To protect the privacy of my family and loved ones, a lot of information has purposefully been omitted from this announcement. You could say that again. Please understand. Anyways, very excited to exploit this child for views, and I'm so excited you're gonna help me do it. Love you all. Well, I would say points for honesty, but big spoiler alert, huge spoiler alert, if you didn't already know, it's fake. It's all fake. Never was pregnant. No baby, no bun, nothing. It's all a bullshit. But to her audience, when she uploaded it, well, there's nothing about this that indicates that it's not real. They didn't know, let alone know that it was some kind of joke. To them, they thought this was real because she presented it at the time as a real pregnancy announcement. So let's dip in. Here we go. I have an announcement to make, she says.
I'm ovulating and I had like a plug of blood come out and I was like, oh my God, I'm pregnant.
Oh, that's an introduction to it. Remember, our fans don't know that this is fake.
I'm 20 years old and I am figuring out what to do with my life.
Honey, we are all figuring out what to do with our lives, I think, until you're at least 85.
And I personally don't think I should have to choose to do anything in life. I think I should just do life. I think I should just not die and live, and that's life.
I love that concept, actually, but also that sounds like you don't want to contribute anything to society. But I get it, I get it.
But I meet so many people around me that are encouraging me to pick a thing, to be a thing. Like everyone's like committing to a bit.
Don't commit to a grifter bit. That's a good start.
Life will go on, and I will, by default, be something, if not dead.
Yes, you will be a liar, because there it is. This is not real. So she committed to the grifty bit. This has to be photoshopped, right? Or did she pull this from the internet? Oh my gosh, if I actually cared enough to look into this, I would reverse image search and see if that image is, somebody do that and let me know in the comments. If take a screenshot of this and let me know.
I'm good, guys. I'm actually so good. I want to have a kid. I just don't think I can have a fucking kid right now. And I really want a kid. I do want a fucking kid. And I'm not being stupid. I'm not being like, oh, well, you're young. You don't really know what it's like. You have so much life to live. F you! I'm having a baby. Like, I'm having the baby. It's not like it's not like I'm getting rid of it. It's like I'm having the baby.
Actually, you're being incredibly stupid because none of this is real. There's something about this moment right here, because realizing that she's just like faking it, she's just acting, is like completely unhinged. I'm gonna just like fake a panic attack or like a freak out over a pregnancy that she doesn't have. It's just like it never once occurred to you that this is a thing to do to like people who actually have this experience for real, or people who want to get pregnant and like desperately wish that they could have this experience. I just like, that's just.
Remember how I had like shit going on with my uterus when I was 16? Like I had surgeries just to get stuff removed. So like my fertility's always been kind of weird. I'm pregnant, and if there's any kind of like surgical intervention, I could really up my fertility. Like I might not be able to have a kid again. And
so here's the thing, when you lie about something, right? Like I covered a doc, a full-length deep dive doc on my main channel about influencers faking. I don't even know if those things that she's talking about with fertility and stuff, I have no idea if any of that's true. I hope it's not true for her sake. I don't actually know if it's true. And so then it's like, when you lie about having a pregnancy and then you weave it into, you know, remember when I was 16 and I had like all of these things and they had the stuff and the uterus and the fertility. When you weave the lie of the pregnancy into that, then it's going to make me think, well, you're lying about that too? So are you lying about having like medical condition and issues? Are you another influencer faking illness? Is that what's happening? And like, if you're telling the truth on that part, why would you weave it in with a lie? Because now it makes it impossible for people to believe either side of it. And then also you're it up for everyone else who actually has real conditions. It makes things worse for like everyone else.
And the other thing is that if I have this kid, it's very likely that I won't be able to have another one.
Oh my gosh, is she really fake crying? Is that what this has come to? I'm actually disturbed by this. Exactly.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I don't know what you're doing now. Did she get a prosthetic? Like one of those, is that what they're called? Like a faux bump strap on? Are these pillows? Who took the pictures? Oh, that's a good question. Is anyone out? Who took the picture? Did somebody take these pictures? Because if someone took these pictures, someone else was in on this grift. Oh no, there's someone there. There's legs. I don't know whose legs those belong to, but this person is in on the grift. Or did she lie to them too? No, I'm sure they're in on the grift. This is so weird. Who is that person and who is this?
Oh, one and all. I'm currently in my second trimester.
Wow, dude, I really just hate this. I hate this for everyone who's ever tried to get pregnant and who couldn't. There's so many scenarios of people who want to get pregnant and can't or do and lose the child. And I hate this for all of them. If that happens to be you, I'm sorry. This shit sucks.
And let me tell you something. Being pregnant is exactly what they say it is. It's pretty awful.
You have no idea. I think for some people it actually is legitimately pretty awful. But you would know. You would know. And like, I'm trying to like, I try to have this balance, like when we cover stories of someone who is like on the younger side, technically, scientifically speaking, her brain is still developing. But at the same time, like, you are an adult, you want to be treated like an adult, and you're acting like an absolute toddler for money.
It's very overwhelming to be 20 and pregnant because I'm around other 20-year-olds that are like, I don't even know what I'm like doing right now. Like, I don't even know who I am or what I want in life. And I'm just like, that sounds tough. Me personally, I'm about to throw out 18 years of my life doing the
Wow, and then referring to it as throwing out 18 years of your life. Every turn it gets more offensive to like people who just legitimately want to have a kid or lost a kid.
I've had friends and family reach out to me, and I've just sort of casually told them that I'm having a child. I haven't really done a whole announcement.
I'm assuming that those are all lies, that she actually hasn't had family reach out because she actually hasn't told them that she's pregnant because they don't know that she's doing this grift.
The reaction that I get from people is so interesting because they're like, oh, that's so nice for you. I'm really glad that you're deciding to do that with your life. And I'm like, God damn, can't we make motherhood cool again?
I'm sorry. Did she just comment on motherhood?
Need a new ad campaign for motherhood, seriously. With only semen I harvested consensually, I am producing nature's most advanced piece of technology. It's like a new iPhone. I'm dropping, this is my Apple keynote speech. Now, is this child gonna be something exceptional? No. It's really interesting thinking about coming back to YouTube with an announcement like this. Because I've been gone for so long. I started this channel when I was 15.
So like this is all just a clickbait, like view jump starter. Like, so she's been off of YouTube for a period of time, and she just did this to kind of like throttle the system and get everyone clicking in. We're all supposed to think it's cool because she's making motherhood cool again.
YouTube is not taken seriously. YouTubers are not taken seriously.
I wonder why the fuck some YouTubers are not taken seriously. Why, sweet Caroline? My gosh, how much longer is this video? I want to get to the next thing.
That's a really frightening prospect. And the fact that a 15-year-old had the ability to just influence millions of people is absolutely ridiculous and so dangerous. But now, as
I agree with that. There are teens who are doing some good things with their influence and doing it as responsibly as they can while they are still learning and navigating life. But like when you're acknowledging that while simultaneously doing the single most irresponsible and offensive thing that you possibly could come up with so that you can make money on Patreon, then those teenagers, I would have more respect for. I'm being nice about it, I'm just saying.
I get older and I start to really think about my place in this world. I wonder, what should I do with my influence? It's hard to...
Thing is, if I'm like looking at it from like what it is, she's like a talented storyteller. The editing, I think she has some talent. Like I think that she could do some things. I just wish it wasn't this.
Express.
Who's gonna trust someone after this? That's the thing.
The feelings that I'm experiencing right now, because there's so much fear and anxiety that is totally reasonable. What did Louis C.K. say? You have to be
I can't believe Louis C.K. would be a reference for anything, but here we are.
I hope you choke on my sincerity. I hope you choke on my sincerity and I hope you die. Guys,
So I guess that's the gag.
thank you guys for staying here with me and being here with me and hopefully supporting me in the future. So stay tuned, guys.
That's where Patreon enters the chat. So her fans all believed this video was real, and people who didn't know anything about her, who stumbled upon this pregnancy video, they also believed this to be real because let's be real, who the is going around making fake pregnancy announcement videos like this? This girl, ding, 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 but you know, this is not things that people are people doing this? My gosh, I hope not. Have society really lost the plot that deeply that more than this person is doing this? I hope not. So if you were watching and you were assuming that this was real, how do you think regular, rational thinking people would respond to a pregnancy video? Well, probably empathy, support, encouragement, congratulations, Yeah, empathy and support. Because let's be honest, Caroline sold that story kind of well, okay? It was very detailed. I mean, the part about the surgery when she was 16, so her fertility was always up in the air, and that she, if she was able to have a child, it wouldn't be likely that she'd be able to have another one. The pictures, the sonograms, the girl was committed to the part. So what happens next? Well, a follow-up video that needs no introduction, except, let me introduce it because holy hell, the title. I lost the baby. Yeah, we're going there. So here we are.
Okay, guys, I lost the baby, and I don't know exactly where I put it. It has to be around here. So, okay, so some of you guys are...
If this were like real, if she legitimately had a miscarriage and this was how she was dealing and coping with it, then like I'd be like, fine. Like everyone deals with that type of loss in their own way. But the fact that this again is all a lie is just like next level, like diabolical.
Probably wondering.
Exactly.
No, I am not pregnant. And I'm sure some of you are shocked. I'm sure some of you are not surprised at all. I'm sure some of you don't care. But some of you might be asking.
Wait, so this is, oh my gosh. Okay, now I was like, wait a second. So the whole thing is like, she clickbaits having a miscarriage. But then it like comes right out and be like, I lied. Okay. That's it, everyone, that's a wrap, I lied. So yeah, tell us, why would you lie about that?
When you're a content creator, the line between...
I hate that she started it out with when you're a content creator, as if this is normal behavior for content creators.
Entertainment and reality is very blurred. Your audience will become very attached to an abstraction of yourself. And the odd thing is that this connection can become very personally meaningful to the viewers.
She's trying to make this a life lesson about parasocial relationships. You cannot just lie to promote your Patreon to get their money and then blame them for it being a parasocial relationship. And I guess it's all the viewers' fault for believing you. That is so unhinged.
Whilst not being personally meaningful to the creator itself. Your attention is monetarily valuable to me. And unless you have some narcissistic tendencies, which a lot of us do, the experience of having a parasocial relationship with your audience can be very uncomfortable. I'll give you an example.
This is so far beyond the realm of like any type of like actual logical comprehension in my brain. I'm having one of those like the little thing and it just like the spinning wheel because I'm just like, listen, we all know about parasocial relationships, right? We all know, we understand that they are a thing that exists with some people, not with everyone, but they exist with some people, and it can get strange. I definitely have had encounters with some people in the past where they crossed several lines and boundaries and things, but like honestly, if you just set boundaries with people and you treat people like human beings, you don't lie to them, you don't clickbait and deceive them and like manipulate them intentionally. Like she literally intentionally took one of the most emotionally manipulative things that you could possibly do, which is to announce that you're pregnant when it's fake, right? If you're really pregnant and you're making an announcement, then fine. That's like your viewers are going to notice at some point, probably. And if you want to share that, then that's your business. You're allowed to do that. But she intentionally lied about it, which then makes it the most intentionally manipulative situation to try to bond her viewers to her with that intentional emotional manipulation, and then comes back and lectures. It's like, I said this in one of the docs a long time ago about putting out a fire that you created, and it doesn't work that way. I think it was about Jeffree Star of all things forever ago, where like you start a fire, right, within your community or with other people, and then you come to pretend that you're the savior to put it out and then like lecture people, and that is like, it's not cool. What she's doing sucks. And like the thing is, there could be good lessons here, but you're so deceptive throughout the whole thing to where you're even clickbaiting Miscarriage that the entire point is lost. You're not teaching any lessons. You are the example of why creators can be abusive to audiences.
You're not real, and I'm not real, and none of this is real.
That doesn't make any sense. This is very real. You're obviously a very real person. You're not AI. Viewers, most of them, unless there's some bots in there, are very real people with very real thoughts, opinions, emotions, intelligence, everything. Everyone's real. Authenticity, that's the word that's often used for creators. Be authentic with your community. And you weren't. And that's not the viewer's fault. Just because words are coming out of your mouth doesn't mean you're saying shit, is like kind of the overall thing here.
I will present myself on the internet because I want to desperately be seen and to connect to other people.
So does that mean it's real? Because you desperately want to be seen and connect. These things are at odds with each other.
And a lot of you come on the internet, a lot of you will engage on the internet because you want to be seen. And because you desperately want to connect to someone. I lied.
So then that literally completely negates everything she said right before that when she was talking about this. I'm not real, you're not real, none of this is real. But then she says, I come on here desperately wanting to find a connection. You come on here desperately wanting to find a connection. That means connection, real feelings, real emotion, real relatedness. You relate to the content that you choose to watch, right? Like you relate, meaning this speaks to me, this says something to me, this teaches me something. I'm mad together, I'm happy together, I'm sad together with like-minded individuals.
About being pregnant as a joke. And the joke is not that pregnancy under strenuous circumstances is funny. The joke is not that the audience was gullible enough to believe that I was pregnant.
It's not gullible. It literally, it's a lie. It's literally, you lied. It has nothing to do with people being gullible. It has everything solely and completely to do with you lying. It's giving, I lied to you, but it's your fault. You know?
The joke is you connected to something that wasn't real, and I have become something that isn't real. We all come here to find this connection over and over again. And we don't really find it until now, when you subscribe to my Patreon.
Oh my I cannot even formulate words because holy shit. Everything out of her mouth is just like, she's not saying anything. She's just making it up to manipulate, to lie, to grift a Patreon in a clickbait miscarriage video. Y'all, why did y'all bring this to me? I can't come up with a single thing to try to defend this. She's trying to sound like this is such a deep and profound commentary, social experiment on parasocial relationships, but it's not. It's just an example of someone lying. It's really that simple. And there's the Patreon. Oh, it keeps going.
Oh yeah, that's right. This entire stunt has been an advertisement for my Patreon.
It's not a stunt. It's a lie.
Also announcing that I'm coming back to YouTube. Listen, I wanted to come back to YouTube and explain to everyone why I had been gone. And
I don't also understand this being like, I wanted to come back to YouTube by insulting your audience?
What had happened to me in that time that made me want to come back. But some of you in my audience are pretty weird, and I don't blame any of you. You know, you can't help being weird, but I didn't think that it would be healthy for me to expose myself like that to all of you. And that's why I decided to keep a lot of my more sensitive information behind a paywall, where I would hope some of the...
So then she shows a video of her crying? So I don't understand, because you literally just went on this lecture. You literally shamed your audience into being like, parasocial relationship, and you want a connection, but none of this is real. And then you say, oh no, I want to share real stuff, and you show a video of you crying about something, and you put it behind a paywall, so people have to pay to get your genuine... What? What?
Audience would be more intentional with how they interact with me.
No, that's not more intentional. You just want them to have to pay for you to be authentic. In order for you to believe me and to get me to be honest and authentic, you got to pay me for that. What?
Because now it costs money to do so. Guys, I'm back.
I don't. This is just such a terrible idea. Who authorized this? She did. It was her idea. So she says she's coming back to YouTube, but she wasn't back to YouTube. This video was the last thing she uploaded until she actually deleted it. But not the pregnancy announcement video. So yeah, about that, the fake pregnancy video is still up on her channel today. Okay, let me clap close to the microphone to get the emphasis. It's still up on her channel. It's still up on her channel. Literally, like literally people are still watching it to this day, believing that it's true and responding with empathy, kindness, compassion, and support. I can't believe I have to say this in 2024. Clickbaiting a miscarriage is disgusting. Absolutely no, don't do that. Why would you do that? Also, clickbaiting a fake pregnancy, also scum bucket behavior. Don't pass go. Do not collect those ad revenue dollars. Just stop. I just want to take some people some time and be like, just stop. This is the closest thing I had to grab. So as you might expect, announcing the Patreon on a clickbait marriage video is another level of unhinged manipulative BS that obviously people had a huge problem with, and shocking. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, Miss Konstnar, with all of the consonants, uploaded a video discussing the backlash on her new Patreon. I'm just like, what in the third dimension Neil deGrasse Tyson galaxy are you living in that anyone thought that this was a good idea and then you put it behind a paywall? I'm sick of this shit. But alas, yes, apparently she did, which is also one of the only things she has ever posted on her Patreon. So I guess they got their money's worth? And is it a deep and heartfelt apology like you might expect? Well, let's find out. Post backlash video.
Hello to the great people of Patreon. You may be wondering
So this is behind the paywall. Okay, that's where you got to pay her to be authentic.
how I feel about all the backlash which I have received regarding my video. When I was first receiving the backlash, it was very upsetting because there was this pressure to respond to it. Where I'm like, oh my God, people are so mad at me. People are mad at me. They need an apology because that's what you do when you're a YouTuber. When you've upset people is you apologize.
I think that they generally say that that's what you do just as a human being.
And clearly a lot of people are upset for reasons that are completely valid. Then there are people that are upset for reasons that are not technically valid because they misunderstood the point of the video or the joke.
I'm sorry, you lied to everyone. It's not a joke. Points could have been made, except the whole thing was intentional manipulation so that you could get money on Patreon.
Whatever it may be, there's a lot of going on right now, and I need to account for it, and I have to take responsibility for my actions.
Did I mention that the accountability video is behind a paywall?
In the end, I was just like, man, who cares? The only reason why I would apologize for this video is to explain myself because people totally misinterpreted.
They don't misinterpret it. You lied. Again, it's really that simple. You were the one who did this so that you could monetize your Patreon.
What I did, and
is lie.
Now I am the YouTuber that did something horrible.
You are the YouTuber that faked pregnancy and a miscarriage to make money on Patreon.
The only reason why I would explain myself on that channel is because my ego was hurt. The only reason why I would be like, actually, no, it's not bad and it's funny and you just don't understand it is because I felt hurt. And honestly, at the end of the day, yes, I feel hurt when people are getting upset with me. Having that at a mass scale can be extremely uncomfortable. It is extremely uncomfortable. But at the same time, how the hell are you gonna get cyberbullied when you can just turn off your damn computer? And the minute I turn off my damn computer, I'm fine. The implications.
So if she's fine, then why is she making this video?
Of.
Oh, for money, I forgot. Okay, back to it.
A person being able to put on a song and dance on social media and have it be really emotionally provocative to the extent that an audience would empathize with the character that they see on the screen.
That's not how this works. This isn't a character that they're seeing on screen. This is you presenting and lying and saying that this was real and that this was authentic. It's one thing if someone connects to a movie because they know that these are actors who are doing some scripted thing and they are going in with knowledge of what is going on. You intentionally deceived the audience. If you want to try to make some like convoluted thing about parasocial and look how easy it is to fool people on the internet, there are other ways to do it that are effective instead of completely screwing any trust that you have with people. Because again, you have a responsibility, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. What do I know? I'm just, a YouTuber and a filmmaker. But you have a responsibility, I think, to let the audience know if this is completely a lie or if this is a character.
And that if that person, this character that's sharing their false reality, has a call to action and asks you in the audience to do something about it, that you do something. That, to me, is wild.
I think what she also has to understand is that people empathize, they relate to characters that they see on screen when they know that they're characters, right? And even if you want to go with this thing of like, it's wild to me that people would assume that something is true online that they're seeing. And obviously there's something to be said to that. There's a lot of stuff that's uploaded online that is a lie. That isn't true. Unfortunately, there's just a lot of misinformation and disinformation in the world. That's why I research stuff before presenting things. What Caroline fails to recognize here is that she thinks the story ended when she says it ended. The audience, the viewers, didn't end the story when she ended it. She wanted to end it with the Patreon grift. But the viewers didn't let the story end there because the viewers are now discovering, oh, you were lying to me the whole time, and you were lying to me so that you could get my money. And so the viewers are carrying the story on. And since this is the internet, Caroline, and then you have to, you put something out there and then people are gonna, the audience is carrying the story forward and the audience doesn't like it anymore. And now you have to deal with that part of the story. Doesn't end when you say it does.
to me is why being a YouTuber has been so bizarre, because to me, YouTube looks like a big propaganda machine. Your phone, your social media.
Oh my gosh. If you don't like it, don't do it.
Regulating your mood. For a lot of people, it regulates your mood. And beyond that, it shapes your perception of reality. It tells you what is socially appropriate, what is not socially appropriate. It triggers you and then it consoles you. It tells you what's going on in the world, even if it's not true.
But it's not the phone that's doing that to people. It's not the phone that's telling people something's true when it's not. It's you! Like, I get it. We want this to be some deep, profound thing. And again, there were points that could have been made in this story. Yes, parasocial relationships have to be, boundaries have to be set. Yes, people can spend too much time on social media. Yes, when you see a headline, even on the news and the legacy news and all that kind of stuff, yes, you should do your own research. Yes, you should fact check stuff before you just run with something. Most people don't, okay? I trust me, I know. And I'm like, no. Fact check. But it's not the phones that are doing, it's people like you who are lying.
Phone is a really cool thing.
And it's still up. The pregnancy thing is literally still up on our channel, so the lie is continuing when you could stop it.
Social media is a really cool thing. It's like one of the best tools of governance that's ever been invented, because now we can govern people without them knowing at all. Without them knowing how. We can govern people's fundamental perception of reality and themselves without them knowing at all.
This is literally just trying to strip away every human being's own autonomy. But you are the reason why people can't trust.
And that is beautiful. That is so interesting and so cool and so evil. And I find it crazy that not a lot of people realize this or appreciate that idea to the extent that they get off their fucking telephones.
If you want everyone off their phones, why do you have a paywalled Patreon where you're making content for them to then have to pay for to watch?
I just want to illustrate the insanity of all of this. That the first video can feel so real, so compelling, so emotionally manipulative.
Because it was emotionally manipulative, because you lied.
And then the call to action at the end of the day is just heartless and shameless and for somebody else's bottom line.
Yet you put this video behind your paywall to benefit your bottom line.
I love it. Yeah, I did something that was insensitive and I did something that was intentionally provocative. So like I was asking for it, but still the process of having, thousands of people be like, F you and you're evil. It hurts.
You just got through saying it's evil and that you love it.
It hurts and I felt super bad and I journaled a lot about it. I just got out of the shower. I journaled a lot about it and I was like, what does this really mean? Why did I do this? Why am I an asshole? What's wrong with me? And I felt so bad and I was like, oh my God, I need to apologize to everyone that got really upset and were traumatized by the video, because it wasn't their fault for watching it. As much as I think that they're responsible for the content that they consume, I'm ultimately the one that hurt them and I should apologize for it. And then I was like, what? I don't care.
Okay.
But I don't think I have any responsibility to respond to it. And if there
Then why is she responding to it? Someone explain to me.
Consequences for my actions, so be it.
Okay, so be it. So Caroline has effectively left YouTube and also abandoned her Patreon, the very thing that she did all of this fake effery for. Now, I don't even know if she uploaded anything other than this video to her Patreon, and also I don't care. To lie to people, then laugh at them for believing you is not the deep-ass art that you think it is. It's giving Nick avocado in the worst possible way, and he was, he had some pretty bad things too. Then there goes my earring, okay? That's how much this stuff sucks. My earring is like, I can't take this either. I'm out. My earring's gone, okay? That's unhinged, okay? We're unhinged in this story today.
I am not a crazy person. I just act crazy because it's fun.
Konstnar's actions here, in my humble opinion, is the worst kind of clickbait culture where attention and profit are prioritized over integrity, accountability, or basic respect. And let's be real, okay? It's not my humble opinion. It's my very arrogant opinion because I'm right. I mean, this whole series of planned events that Caroline concocted and produced is offensive to literally anyone who's ever wanted to get pregnant and couldn't, anyone who's experienced the horrors of a miscarriage, anyone who has reproductive challenges, came from an abusive relationship that affected their ability or choice in having a baby. Like, it's simply not funny. On that note, I'll leave you with an alleged quote from Miss Konstnar herself about some of her previous content prior to this fiasco. Now, I say alleged because it was supposedly from an Instagram live stream, and I can't find a copy of the video, and who cares at this point? We're just dipping, we're not diving. So, quote, allegedly, at the time when I was making them, I just wanted money and I wanted attention and I wanted power. And so I just started making that I knew people would want to see. And now looking back, I'm like, why? Well, at least we can agree on something. Why indeed, sweet Caroline, why indeed? Okay, Suspirians, time to step out of the dark waters of the Suspool, grab a towel and dry off. That's what I got. If you want to hear more stories like this, okay, be sure to subscribe. Subscribe on behalf of my dearly departed earring that just gave up essentially on life. It was like, you know what, I'm sick of this. I tell my friends I have no regrets. So subscribe to this channel, tickle the like button for more, and let me know in the comments if you have any stories that you would like to dip into. Also, you can be sure to grab your very own brand new pieces from the Suspool collection and the new Valid ribcage colors. I designed these pieces to just have some fun while we dip into the Suspool of life. We dip into the chaos of life. And please make sure to tag me with your outfit photos so I can share them, okay? I love sharing you on Instagram and stuff. Also, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Blue Sky, linked below. That's where I post most often. I also announce opportunities to have your thoughts featured in my deep dives on my main channel, Swoop. I do have a brand new full deep dive Swoop documentary out on my main channel, so it'll be linked below and then in the pinned comment as usual. Highly recommend you watch, 10 out of 10. Huge thank you to our channel members. Thank you for being here, and also to our Patreon producers and members. I am uploading brand new content for Patreon only, and don't worry, I won't clickbait a fake pregnancy to do it, okay? My Patreon's just there, okay? We don't need to clickbait about it, it's there, okay? I'm uploading extended videos and behind the scenes. I posted behind the scenes from my photo shoot for the apparel line. I'm also posting things that can't be posted to the channels. I call them the after school specials, so you'll get access to those and other perks when you join. Huge thank you again to all of you for spending your time with me, and to Raycon for keeping us on theme with the lavender theme. If you're ready to grab the best Cyber Monday deal for the most comfortable and incredible earbuds with super long battery life, amazing sound, active noise cancellation, and the best colors ever, be sure to click the link in the description box below or go to buyraycon.com/swoop2. That's swoop, TOO. Do it today to get up to 30% off site-wide. That's right, I said it. You'll get up to 30% off everything on Raycon's website when you go to buyraycon.com/swoop2, TOO, and treat yourself, honey. You deserve it. Thanks for coming for a swim. Have a good day out there. Keep it creepy, keep it cute, and I'll see you next time in the Suspool. Swoop!